Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Cancer season. Also, weirdly, your season because of the eclipse stuff going on. So, Mars in the 8th house, too. Strong sex drive, most likely. A strong drive for change. So, here you are. Look at this. Amazing. I love it when I'm doing a reading for someone and we get the nines, right? 9 of coins, 9 of cups, because it means that the person or the people that we're dealing with, they're good. And no matter what is going on out there, right? It's just like it's all in the core. Like what's really going on inside is good. And in general, your life, your job, your money, your relationships, your friendships, they're solid because you are solid. Now, if you're sitting here and you're like, oh my God, what is she talking about? Everything is a mess. They're like freaking out. Take a step back and really see who and what you are, right? Take a step back, take a minute to like reflect on how far you've come. Because in 2017, I remember those readings and I remember what all my Capricorn friends were going through. So like take a beat, give yourself a break and look at how far you've come. Because I know that there's a huge list of reasons for you to be grateful for where you are in this moment. When you have a 9 of coins, everything else just kind of seems to be extra. When you have a 9 of cups, everything just seems to be extra. Because you know what you're capable of providing for yourself now. You know what you're capable of creating for yourself. Did I say that just twice in a row? Same thing, whatever. But like there should be, hopefully you feel a sense of pride. You feel a sense of dignity about the whole thing. You feel a sense of honor. And that you're living up to your own expectations. This is not about the expectations of anybody else, which I know you're Capricorn and that's like your thing. But when a Capricorn taps into forget everybody else and I'm just going to do what I know I need to do, they become incredibly powerful. And I see you becoming incredibly powerful in this moment. With these eclipses, this is a big deal for you guys. And it's first house eclipse. So, first house, 7th house. So it really is about you. So this is all your, first house Aries kind of stuff. The Aries in you, the I am in you. So that's an excellent way to start the reading. What can I say? I actually just heard from my Capricorn friend today, kind of a long lost Capricorn friend, which was really amazing to hear from him. Doing well. So this could be you, it could be someone else talking. Here I am, self-fulfilling prophecy, but like reaching out, right? Connecting, touching base, seeing how everything is going. You may have another earth sign, another Capricorn or a Virgo Taurus in your life that you may be wanting to reach out to, or you may be hearing from someone like that, or, there could just be some doors. I mean, with these eclipses, it's not just all about doors closing and endings. There's a lot of openings and beginnings that happen now too. So if you're looking for something, a relationship, a new job, a new location, a new apartment, that's absolutely possible. And financially, if you're concerned about that for any reason, like it's going to be okay. There should be no concern about the money. There should be no concern about the sustenance. I have this feeling that this Page of Pentacles is just the tip of the iceberg, that there's something going to be coming that's more relevant later on in the month. Now, you have to understand that because you have Mars going on in the 8th house, first of all, this is a strong drive for change, transformation, Of course, we know. There's also a strong sex drive with Mars in the 8th too. So when someone is taking on this kind of strong sexual energy, people are like, it's a very magnetic energy, which is why like Scorpio, Leo, and Capricorn too, like these kind of powerful signs, there is a sexual component to all of them because it's the magnetism. So don't be surprised if people are like trying to reach out. Don't be surprised if people are trying to reconnect. Yes, it is also Mercury retrograde. So, don't be surprised. Roll with it, go with it, see how it transpires. But I think that page of the coins is just a little, like, there's a lot more to it than what you think, than what it appears to be. So if you have like an ex and you hear from them, because this Mercury retrograde always brings out the exes, right? If you have an ex and they reach out to you and you really, really don't want to talk to them, just simply don't entertain their Page of Pentacles. You're going to have to shut it down real quick. Shut it down, send it packing, because otherwise it's going to just kind of snowball. I have a feeling. The past connection. Yeah. People are thinking about you. How can they not, with the full moon in your sign, right? How can they not be thinking about Capricorn? How can they not thinking about what happened and how it's maybe whatever loss there was? Maybe they're fantasizing about like, oh my God, maybe it really will work out with this Capricorn. Maybe, maybe there's some quality of like delusion, maybe even. Not on your part, but on the part of the other person, because you're not delusional when you're here. This is not a delusional place. Like, they're both upright, so you're good. I just want to point out like how much yellow is in all these cards, right? Yellow is always the card of, well, first of all, it's like this. So orange, actually, it's very orangey, right? Orangey and yellowy. So sacral chakra, right? The sexual chakra, and the third chakra, all about confidence, power, right? Empowerment. There may be some of you that indulge in a trip down memory lane. There may be some of you that reach out, reconnect, allow that person to speak, hear them out, because, if you're single and you were hoping for something with someone and they come back, you might think like, oh, maybe they really have changed. I'd be careful with entertaining that thought too much, because first of all, we're all changing, we're all changing. So like, yeah, okay, maybe they have changed, but it's probably not going to be as perfect as you think. A lot of the change is painful, and when people reach out during a time of painful metamorphosis, they're not going to be the same at the beginning as they are at the end. So, just take it with a grain of salt. They might be all up in their whole like fantasy world though, but that's on them. That's not you. You're definitely not doing that. Can I just point out too, like how much garden energy? I love when I get a lot of garden energy from my earth signs. Now, of course, anyone can love the garden, but for earth signs, it is especially relevant. The way that we talk to, water signs and we say, go to the ocean, or we talk to fire signs. It's like, get toward your element, be toward or be near your element. Fire signs get candles in their homes or whatever. So be in a garden, tap into nature, go on a hike, do something outdoors, do something in the sunshine, do something that grounds you. Because there could be some stuff that happens that does try to take you up to this fantasy place, that does kind of elevate you into some kind of level of hope rather than faith. And I always talk about hope versus faith. So hope is it's more fuel, and it can go to fuel faith, or it can go to fuel fear, depending on kind of which way you're leaning. If it's fueling faith, then that's amazing, that's fantastic, and there's this sense of knowing, and there's this hope that yes, it's going to happen, and it's great. But if it goes to fuel fear, because often a hope is a fear in disguise, so it can kind of go the negative way. So if you catch yourself hoping for something, ask yourself, is this rooted in fear or is it rooted in faith? If it's rooted in fear, just kind of let it go. That's why ground yourself, get yourself, to a place of like realism, But if it's kind of, well, never mind. Let me just keep talking. Let me just keep shuffling. I'm feeling like a gift might be coming your way. You may, or a repayment. If someone owes you something, could be a repayment. Oh, Chariot. Also more yellow. You're super in your zone. This is a kind of off-brand reading for what's going on astrologically. I would think that there would be a lot more kind of drama, but honestly, this is a powerhouse kind of reading for you. So you're at this 9 of coins, you're at this 9 of cups, you have the Chariot, so there's upward mobility possible. Like I said, promotions, change, movement, a lot of movement for you. You are no longer a person who's like holding themselves back from anything. When you have Uranus in the 5th house, there's a strong drive to just enjoy your life. There's a strong drive to just say, you know what? Let's forget a little bit about the expectations, the things I feel like I have to do, and let me just put that stuff aside and live for a minute. Let me just live and let me enjoy my life. And when people start enjoying their life, they start like feeling just in general really good. When they start feeling that, that's when a lot of things start happening. So maybe this Page of Coins, while yes, it could be an ex, it could be other things too. And maybe this is a new opportunity that's absolutely worth exploring. A new business idea, a new avenue, a whole new kind of set of clientele, whatever. And like, I see you getting really excited about it, excited about the prospect of this kind of opportunity. And I see you being driven from the yellow place, right? The solar plexus place, from a very just like, oh, so true. And it's like, that this is your destiny, because the Chariot card is a card of divinity. It's a card of our divine path. And when we're talking about eclipses and the nodes, especially like the north, the north node being in Cancer, you are straight shot. You especially leaving the past behind and moving into the new whatever. You may be dealing with a Cancer too, who actually might be really helpful for you. Hopefully this, if you're dealing with a Cancer specifically, I have a feeling that they're really going to help you, or they're really going to be good. There's a good feeling coming from that Chariot. And I think the Chariot is feeling so balanced, right? The two Sphinx, they're so balanced. They're working together because you are working together. And I think Capricorn has really figured out this whole law of attraction thing, manifestation thing. What does it mean to be an alchemist? What does it mean to create your reality? Like, these are all buzz phrases in this whole spiritual community, which sometimes I hear it and I'm like, oh my God, I get so sick of hearing it. But not to say it's not true and it's not relevant, because it is. But when you start, like, when that kind of information sinks in and that light bulb turns on, and you really figure out what that truly means, it's all like there's no stopping you. And I wonder if you've like figured that out. You figured it out. Yellow is your color though, guys. Connect with yellow things, yellow flowers in your house, yellow bed sheets, yellow clothing. If you look good in it, I look terrible in yellow, but whatever, depending on your skin tone. Gold, even jewelry, just connect with that color. There's something about that vibration that I'm really loving for you. A lot of yellow in this card too, orange and yellow. What did I say? Wheel of Fortune. So it would not be surprising if some major life path shift occurred this month. And it might actually be dramatic. Like really stark contrast between the beginning of the month and the end of the month. These two cards, usually they're slow, but with the pace of everything, and with the Mars in the 8th house, it's like, let's change, let's go, let's move. Mars in the 8th is powerful. It really is. And while it can be really internal too, it's internal for a reason, right? Because your internal needs to match your external. So you're kind of like, that's why it's such a deep drive. Deep from your core, pushing outwards. So if you're looking for money, very possible. You're looking for a relationship, even more possible. You're looking for children, a family. You're looking, I'm using children and family as like a big thing this month because it's Cancer. So, and Capricorn is also very connected to home and family too because of the axis. So if that's the type of thing you want, if that's what you're really looking for, I feel like it's just doors wide open. Doors wide open. If you're dealing with someone who's very Jupiterian in nature, like a Sagittarius or a Pisces, someone who is very optimistic and maybe even a little bit idealistic, just don't get caught up in the whole thing. That's the only thing I can suggest. You know, it's still earthy, one step at a time. You still got to keep it systematized and organized and, you know, logical. But I think being around dreamers right now might do you some good. It might do you some good because it might kind of push you and be like, go do it. Try it. See if it can happen. See if it can work. There's like a little voice. This page of coins, it's very small, but look what's underneath it. What did I say? I knew it. It's the tip of the iceberg. So entertain new ideas, entertain new people, entertain new contacts or reconnection contacts. Entertain them. Just see what they have to say. You don't have to move forward if you don't feel right about it, but just see. I think you'll be surprised. You dealing with a water sign? Water signs obviously kind of showing up a lot. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is someone who, I've been saying this, the keeper of your heart. There could be a romantic connection, but it really doesn't have to be either. It could be someone that you do business with. This is a shrewd business person, by the way. This is someone that has the production quality. Like, this is not someone who's like out in front. This is someone behind the scenes, the producer, or rather like executive producer, right? The one that has all the money, the one that has all the contacts, the one that knows how to get things done. So if you're looking to develop a business partnership, it's possible that someone may come online for you, and I'm telling you they're legit. If this is a romantic thing, I'm telling you they're legit. This person doesn't approach romantically for no reason. They're not just going to like start flirting with you if they don't have real intentions. Like love. Like forever love. This is a Scorpio card actually. So if we can talk about how Scorpios love, it's great for Capricorn because it's so stable and it is so like all encompassing and it's like forever. It's a forever kind of thing. So upright. I'm like, yeah, I did put reversals in here, so we're just not getting any. Oh, well, shouldn't have said that. So I want you to know it's okay if you can't really see how this is all going to unfold. Obviously, how could you know? How could you possibly know what this month is really going to bring? And the big picture might be a little hazy right now. The whole like end game is up in the air, up for revision, fine, not a big deal. How is this person going to fit into my life? I don't know. I'm so good. Do I really need someone? First of all, there's something about value coming through this month, not just for you guys, but just in general, that the people that are on your mind, the people that you're thinking about, that you're like watching this reading for, they are of a very high caliber, more so than usual. More like normally tarot readings, like, okay, there's someone going, kind of mismatch of vibration. There's not a lot of mismatch of vibration going on this month. Not to say there might not be conflict, because sure there might be, but you're dealing with a high caliber individual just like you. And so they're open to communication. They are open to what you have to say, to listen, to change, to make amends. They're willing to do what it takes to make it work. It's not every day that I get to do a whole series of readings, like all month, where I get to say that this other person that you're really dealing with, they're like right up there with you. It's not every day I get to do that. So this is a really special month, because all the weak and all the low vibe people, I think we've all been doing a pretty good job about weeding that stuff out. So any issues that you have with a high caliber person, they're not really issues, because you just work through them. You just make it through. So when we get this card and it's like, hey, we don't really know where this is going, you don't have to know. You don't need to stress yourself out about not knowing. This is about experimentation. Not a word I use a lot with Capricorn, but we all do it. We all have to experiment. Experimenting with options, trying things on, seeing if it fits. And maybe this person, like a relationship, can we try on the relationship? Let's see if it fits. Let's try a little business venture before we start diving into anything real big. Let's just put our toes in the water and see how it feels. Fine. They're open to it. I think you're going to like the way it feels, though. But ultimately, the big picture is a big deal. So I know you want to go into it with both eyes open. And if right now you're still a little bit skeptical of who this person is and where this is going and their real intentions and all of this, so okay, dip your toes into the pool and, check it out. Fine. And they're going to understand it, and they're going to want to do the same thing. So it's not a big deal. What else for Capricorn? So the only thing that could potentially get in your way is your own thoughts, because you have a lot of reason to have distrust in your life. You have a lot of reason to have anger or fear or to be insecure or can we just go down all the lists? Like all the crappy people that we've met the past 7 years, 10 years, like all the bad relationship stuff we had. Like, can we just do it? We can do it if you guys want. But how much longer are you going to let the past dictate your future? How much longer are you going to tell yourself that you're being so strong and you're not living in fear, you're just doing it smart? But where is that line between doing it smart and doing it out of fear? This person is going to challenge you at that line. You're going to toe that line, and you're going to have to really ask yourself, am I just really being smart, or am I actually holding myself back? Only you're going to be able to answer that question. Let's put this down here. Let's get the rest of the cards on the table here. Sorry, hold on. Okay. See what else comes with this other deck here. Nine of Cups, same thing. It's a repeat. And the Four of Coins. So there's that stubbornness that we have sometimes. We all do. Sometimes we just feel stuck. I'll tell you right now that stuck is an illusion. That is not a thing right now. There's no way. Not with Mars in the 8th, okay? So you may feel very withdrawn, very much like you want to hold yourself back. And you may actually I like this card because it's like a greedy pig on Wall Street, right? I like that. And I kind of like that vibe, because sometimes we do need to be greedy. We do need to be greedy with determining what's right for us. what's not right for us. We need to be greedy with our time, which is why I think dipping the toe in the water with this person is an okay thing to do. They're going to respect that. See, what I like about all of this that's happening is that you are commanding respect simply by your presence, by your vibe, by what you bring into the room when you walk in. That's why the yellow is such an important thing, right? Yellow connected with the sun energy, connected with Leo. So when we talk about Leo, and you've got Mars in Leo, or we all do, when we talk about Leo, we talk about royalty. And when royalty walks into a room, well, they're very unapologetic. You know what I mean? So Capricorn stepping into this new skin, and it's very refreshing. And I think you are feeling very refreshed, like, holy cow, this is who I'm meant to be. So let's pull out a moon card. Moon especially relevant this month. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. So here I am talking about being greedy, but ultimately, when I get the 9 of coins, there's always, always, always a message of generosity. Sorry, I did not mention that, but obviously it needed to be said. And it doesn't have to be generosity in just kind of like overwhelming generosity. It's in this, like, this is Virgo, it's in the small things. The holding of the door for someone, paying for the Starbucks for the person behind you, helping your friend out with a project at work when they got behind. It's in the very small things. It's the service things. It's Virgo, it's the service. How can you be of service? And you'll see that when you start giving, that you start receiving like tenfold. And I think you'll start seeing that this month because you're going to, I don't know, things are manifesting really fast now. This is like Age of Aquarius type stuff or something. I don't know, but karma is acting real fast. It's a whole different rate. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Well, that's what you're doing now. That's what this Chariot's all about. The deepest calling. That's why all the yellow from your gut instinct, one of your highest intelligence centers of your body, right? Your gut, your heart, and your brain. But this is from the gut. And I think that the warrior courage comes from that same place. Very unapologetic with everything. So that's beautiful. So, okay, I did put reversals in here. Good. So, now these cards that I pull now are going to be what we talk about in the extended reading. So if you want to join me, the link will be in the description box down below. And we usually talk for another 20 to 25 minutes. And sometimes the story can take interesting turns. So we'll see how this comes out. So let's look at the 9 of coins. Okay. Oh, double 9. Double 9s for both, actually. You may have to stand your ground. Maybe that's why you need all this yellow. You need all this power. Also eat yellow foods. You're going to need to stand your ground for something. You're going to need to stand up. You're going to need to use your voice. You may hear from multiple people. There are some people who you really should not open the door with. Page of coins, let's see. Ooh, another 9 of cups. So 9 of cups 3 times from every single deck. That's the most important card so far. Nine of Coins and the Four of Coins, weirdly similar. Because they're so firm. Okay, Six of Cups. Emperor. Some of you, I think, are really fantasizing about marriage. Like, you may start dating someone, you're like already jumping down the aisle. Like, this is the one, 100%. Be careful of that kind of stuff. Be careful. Because you could be setting yourself up for disappointment when it's not needed. Yeah, just chill. Just chill. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. For the Chariot. That's the line that I was talking about. Towing the line. I think life is weirdly becoming easier for Capricorn. Like slowly but surely. I think that's what Uranus in the 5th is all about for you guys. And then later on in the year, like in November, Jupiter is going to be entering into your sign. So, oh, interesting. Three of Swords. Like it's time. You know, you went through all the stuff already. You went through all the hard stuff. And it's really time for life to just sail. Right? Just sail. Okay, King of Cups again. We know that's a key player. Someone already disappointed. Oh, Four of Coins again. There's so many questions about what to do. You're trying to visualize the happy ending here. You're trying to visualize the full thing. Like, seriously, it's not worth it to do that. It's not worth it to try all that. It's too, like, I don't even know. It's just not worth it. Excuse me. Four of Coins. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Whoa. I'm not feeling those at all. Page of Wands. Let's look at this one here. Okay. And then Two of Wands to negate the reversal in the first set on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up, you guys. If you feel like joining me, great. If not, happy eclipse season, and I will see you next month. All right, take care. Bye-bye.